I feel like my major problem in life is basically the children's book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this book, but it was a childhood favorite of mine, and it's basically this little mouse that like this boy gives a cookie, and then it goes on to do all of these productive things throughout the day. You know, if you give a mouse a cookie, then he'll realize he made a mess with the crumbs, then he'll ask you for a broom to clean it up. You have to give the mouse the broom, then he'll get carried away, he'll clean the whole house, on and on, till this mouse is making a picture of the Mona Lisa. However, I think my problem is like the reverse of that somehow. Like it's that, but then like the procrastination version where I see all the steps in place. Like I'm like, okay, if I need to get ready, then I realize I'm gonna have to dab my face with this tiny sponge for an amount of time that is inconvenient to my life. If I go somewhere in the car, then I'll have to fill it up with gas again sooner, and I don't want to do that monotonous task. The point was, I think of all these things and then I don't want to do them. I'm already exhausted, so I don't even want to start. Regardless, here is another vlog of us trying to get our life together. Okay, so what we're going to try to be doing today is get the garage cleaned out, lay the gym flooring, and get everything ready for when the equipment comes. When that's actually happening, I don't know. They said they would call me when they get it shipped in. He said about like 2 to 3 weeks, but you know how things are in these times, in this economy. I still don't have a couch. And it's been like months since I ordered that. But that's kind of the thing. Like I can't be unprepared and wait till the last minute because then I'll be scrambling to get it all set up. Once that gym equipment's down, I'm not moving it again. It's a big old heifer. Speaking of heifers, let me show you my Amazon haul because I bought a new big heifer water bottle. It's really bright and cheery and colorful, so maybe I won't lose this one like the 2 previous. It makes me look gray in comparison. Like, don't I look just so sad next to it? That's what you want from your accessories, to look dull in comparison to it. But I got this, it's 64 ounces. Along with that, I went on a rampage with Post-it notes. Really just into all of the colors. I look really bad with color. Oh my God. And also another colorful thing we got. I bought some watercolors. I already got food on them because I left them on my kitchen island like an animal. No one knows what this brand is because it's in another language, but I'll link it in the description if you're curious. I've had this watercolor set, not this specific one, but the smaller one a long time ago, and I used it all up and then I was really sad about it. I just love all these colors, especially this one. Like they're so vibrant and awesome. And I don't know really much about watercolors, but I like these ones. Let me show you the little thing that I did. Just testing out the colors. I just made all these eyes. And I don't know what it is, but why is that the go-to for sketching? Whatever grade we were in when we were supposed to be learning fractions, I think that's the year when I doodled the most eyeballs because fractions, I do not know them shits. Okay, get in the garage before the neighbors see. First order of business, we gotta move all this stuff out. I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?
So this is what we have so far. Obviously I'll need to like sweep and mop these off. I didn't lay the other 2 just because I have this pallet of cement right here, so I can't, but there will be 2 more right here. That should be pretty easy to slap on in there once that is gone on Tuesday. Can someone please tell me why I feel and I look like I did some physical labor, but my garage does not look any differently than when I started? Whatever, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna kind of clean up a little bit. And then I'm gonna treat myself to 1 episode of Grey's Anatomy. Just 1. I think we deserve it. Good morning. That's right, it is the next day. Unfortunately, I sat down to watch one episode of Grey's Anatomy and one turned into two, and all of a sudden I was sucked into this drama tornado, and now it's the next day. But I digress. Before we get any further in this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp. I've been really prioritizing my mental health and finding the things that have been obstructing my happiness, my goals, and trying to find ways to unblock those pathways so I can live a more fulfilled, happy life. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. My absolute favorite thing about BetterHelp is just how smooth the transition was. I'm someone who procrastinates really easily, and the whole task of seeking help was just so daunting to me. So I really appreciate how user-friendly BetterHelp is. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist, and you could start talking with them within 48 hours. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 15,000 plus counselor network, which may not be locally available in many areas. And it's available for clients worldwide. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. And I think that's one of the major pulls to this platform, because I was so nervous starting therapy, but all I had to do was press that start session button, and I was there. I was in my appointment. And not only that, but it's really important that you jive with your therapist. What may be a good counselor for one person may not be for the other, and BetterHelp makes it super simple to change counselors whenever you want. It's seriously just a click of the button. It's so easy. It's also way more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and they even have financial aid available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. You can visit betterhelp.com/Beatrice, that's better HELP, and join the over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. And also, if you use that link, betterhelp.com/Beatrice, you get 10% off of your first month of therapy. So thank you so much, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this portion of the video. It was really windy, so I look like crazy, and I'm growing a whole pimple farm right now. From the span of this morning till now, growing a pimple farm. But I don't have any food in the house, so let's go to the grocery store and let's get that remedied, because even though we're ill prepared for life, I'm still gonna control what I eat. Okay, so mini grocery haul time. We got some eggs, grass-fed beef, chicken, mini red potatoes, spinach and organic spring mix, 2 grapefruits, green bananas, blackberries, mushrooms, tomatoes, some butter, cauliflower, the shaved Parmesan, which I love on salads, some green beans, mini watermelon, normal sized cantaloupe, and an onion. Now I have the monumental task of trying to figure out what I want to eat for dinner. I'm guessing like the easiest thing to do would be just like make some chicken and vegetables. Just kind of throw something together. I've been feeling like I'm in like this major food lull where absolutely nothing sounds good. I'm not craving anything. I don't want anything, which is odd for me because you know my history with food. But I digress. I guess let's throw together some chickens. We were doing so good with these grill marks, and then all of a sudden tragedy struck and I started having to burn the shit out of it in order to not get salmonella'd. Anyway, I'm eating this alongside some green beans and some hot chocolate. I've been really into cocoa lately. Regardless, I'm gonna slather some teriyaki sauce on this and it will be fine, probably. I burnt this a little bit. I've never used that pan before. I just got it from TJ Maxx. For those of you asking, that's where I got like all of my pans, is TJ Maxx. But yeah, I've never used that cast iron skillet before. I think I had the stove too hot because I burnt the shit out of this chicken. It is dry as hell. So lately I've been feeling, I guess, a little bit burnt out. I always feel like I'm playing catch up, whether it's in work, chores around the house, my YouTube channel. And I don't know what it is, but I can't do things until the last possible second that they're due. It's an extremely obnoxious trait that I have that I think is finally starting to catch up with me because I have just been feeling exhausted physically, emotionally, mentally, on every surface, you know, just exhausted. And I wonder what it's like to be one of those people that can get up and have a routine and all of this stuff. It's just never been me, and I've only been able to do things like that short term. but I need to find a solution to something because I've been burning the candle at both ends, and like I feel like I can't be a decent person because, you know, I feel so overwhelmed. So I'm like short with people. I like avoid having conversations. I just want to like leave work and get out of there. I just want to sit at home and dig myself a little hole and watch Grey's Anatomy in a beanbag. I'm hoping that when my gym equipment comes, it will kind of like kickstart like, oh, this is new, this is fresh, this is exciting. Because right now everything just feels dull. But on that same note, I get in this mindset where I'm like, okay, I need this thing for it to be perfect, for it to all come together. For example, I'm like, oh, I can't get all my water in the day until I get my big heifer water bottle in the mail. And same thing with like that fitness equipment. Once I ordered it, I was like, okay, I have to wait till that comes because everything else is just not that. So it's not good enough. Even though that's not true. Even though you have people like the fabulous, wonderful Daniela Joy who have upped their fitness game and are just like a fitness beast, just doing at-home workouts. So it's not true. I don't need fancy machinery, but what I'm hoping is it's new and exciting enough to kind of just like jumpstart it so I can like kind of get that momentum. There's a fly, what's getting me. I had to open all the doors because I was burning that chicken and my house was getting really smoky and a horde of flies came in, so that's just something I'm dealing with. But anyways, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna finish my green beans, my burnt ass chicken, and my hot chocolate. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!